Keep this in mind. Desperate people will basically say and agree to anything.
Voltaire, how trustworthy do you think most real estate agents are?
Well, I think most real estate agents have and start off with a good intent. But at the end, in any industry, there's going to be a few bad apples. What determines that is how successful the agent is.
Got it. And that's exactly what we are going to be getting to the bottom of today, ladies and gentlemen, is how well can you trust your agent? And Voltaire Lepe, CEO of Lepe Tendwell Properties, 14 years of real estate experience and the top agent in Golden Hill, San Diego, is going to talk to us all about whether you can trust your agent or not. Okay, let's jump right into it so we can get to the bottom of the bad apples.
Right.
How many homes on average does a real estate agent sell, and what's their takeaway in money from it?
Well, the average agent sells 4 homes per year. Okay. Their average takeaway could be anywhere between $5,000 to $7,000. So, if you multiply that by 4, that's about $20,000 to $28,000 per year that the average agent would make selling real estate.
And that's not...
Yeah, that isn't enough to survive.
Not really.
Not
exactly. To live comfortably, at least.
Right. So, there's a study, that I saw where it ranked, the most trustworthy professions, and then the doctors are way at the top. Down at the bottom, with the car salesman, used car salesman.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's real estate agents.
Are they agents now?
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah. So, unfortunately, there is a stigma out there.
Right. So it looks like there are a lot of bad apples. How do you weed out the bad apples? Like, what are the signs that your real estate agent might not be that trustworthy?
Right. So just put it this way: if someone's making $20,000 to $30,000 per year, and you're hiring them to sell your property, and they don't have any other source of income, they probably want to sell the property for as quickly as possible, so they could, get some money to pay the bills. Now, I'm not saying everybody, but that is a possibility.
Right.
Now, if your agent is selling that amount or somewhere in that amount, then it might cross your mind. If maybe they just, put a lower price on the property so it could sell quicker.
They're just basically trying to do anything to get it sold.
Yeah, exactly. And if they don't have the expertise and the patience that you need to sell a property for top dollar, or if an offer comes in as a seller and the agent saying, hey, look, this is a great offer, take it.
Take it first thing that comes.
Well, it could be a great offer, but at the same time, if you're thinking like, well, does he just want me to sell, or she just want me to sell just so they can make a quick commission to pay their bills? That's something that unfortunately...
Kind of like you got to follow your gut. Like if you have that feeling, you might be right.
Or there's a better formula for that. If you pick a top agent, successful agent that has, 15 closings per year at least, then at that point, then all of a sudden you're dealing with someone that has experience.
Yeah, they have the credentials behind them.
Yeah, and more than that, they have income coming in on a regular basis.
Got it.
To where they don't have to really worry about, having to absolutely, get money from your sale.
Yeah, they're not desperate.
They're not desperate. Yeah, exactly.
So Voltaire, you've given me some really good examples of signs that you can look out for and if you can trust your agent. What credentials would you say are important to kind of do your homework on as a home seller when it comes to selling your property on that agent?
For sure. So I think the seller should choose someone that sells 15 homes per year. Number 2, that's a good salesman, because at the end of the day, you're going to need a good salesman to sell your home and negotiate and get top dollar.
It's like that bottom line.
Right, exactly. And then I would say the third thing is you'd want your real estate agent to be more of a consultant. As an example, someone came into the office a couple of weeks ago and they said, hey, we're here because we want to sell our home. And once we started asking questions, we find out that they had like $10,000 in credit card debt, and they had 2 mortgages. Once we figured out the monthly payment that they would owe with their current monthly payment on the mortgages, plus their credit card debt, it was only about $1,500 per month. Now, they had a 2-bedroom condo, and I said, well, what are you going to do if you sell and take out this equity that you have in your property? And they said, well, we're just going to go rent. And I said, well, you can't rent something for $1,400 to $1,500. You're looking more at $1,600 to $1,800 per month. And I said, the better play on this is maybe restructuring your loan. That way your payment is a little bit less. Include your credit card debt in there. And voila, you don't have to sell, and you shouldn't, because then all of a sudden you're pulling out equity on a property that's a good property. And number two, you're going to be stuck with a higher monthly payment on a rental. So that was more from a consultant speaking. Now, we could have easily said, okay, let's list your property and sell it and make a check off of it. But
it wouldn't have benefited them.
It wouldn't have benefited the client. So I think that's number one thing that home sellers should look for, is someone that has their best interest at heart.
Got it. So you guys heard it from the man himself. Don't just choose an agent who's gonna just sell your property. They should always have your best interest at hand first.
Are you looking for a real estate agent that you could trust and that has your best interest at heart? Well, give your favorite Lepe Tendwell real estate agent a phone call. We'll come out, we'll give you a free, no obligation consultation at your convenience.
Alrighty everyone, that concludes our season of choosing the right agent. We hope that you guys learned a lot, but guess what? We are not going anywhere. We will be back for our next season, where we're gonna talk about everything that it takes to market your home. Thanks for watching.